Okay, we should be live.
Yeah, you live now. Well, it's saying on Zoom you're live, but I'm not seeing it yet. Hold on. It's supposed to be live. Yeah, you live. I got a short I want to put up, but I'll probably get kicked off of Facebook.
What's that?
I said I got a short I want to put up, but I'll probably get kicked off of YouTube when I do
Marty
it.
Sunstar. Did you watch the debate last night?
I watched Weekend at Bernie's last night. Yeah,
What a joke.
I got a little short I put together of his four main gaffes. And I'm telling you, the end of it's hilarious because just the way Trump looks over at him, like, and then Trump says, I don't know what he just said right now. I don't even think he does. The way he said that.
You talk about a stumbling, bumbling fool.
Well, this is the thing. Right now, all over the Democratic Party, they're saying, how do we get him up?
Yeah.
Somebody high up in the Democratic Party made a comment last night saying, how do you put it? The election's over. We're done. They said this will be a trickle down effect. It's going to affect all of us. And
Well,
it should.
The sad part about it is that, what a lot of Democrats are afraid of is that if Joe Biden gets pissed off enough and resigns, that makes Kamala Harris the president.
I agree. Well, you see, she's lame. She's a lame duck, no matter what.
Well, she's
Because
also as wacky as he is. She's just as wacky in the other direction. She's a bubblehead.
Yeah, but the thing is she couldn't. The only thing she could do maybe is an executive order, because there's nothing she could put on the table that they would pass. Hey, Sunstar, cool cat.
Good morning,
Late
Joe.
night.
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, Michael.
How the devil are you? All right? Everyone okay?
Yeah, everybody's hanging as far as I know.
Just hanging on in there. You got to do the best you
Yeah.
can, haven't you? What can you do?
That's all you can do.
Yeah, Paul, I'm going to put in the chat. Could you put this in my? I'll put a name in here. Can you put this name in as a default name in the Zoom for me, if you're able to? Hang on a minute. It'll just save me having to retype it again. Can you see what I've typed in? It says Cool Cat and then in brackets Michael.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So yeah, the debate yesterday, that was very interesting. I think Biden made a fool of himself. Trump was okay. I think he was doing a bit too much talking sometimes. But, the thing is with Biden, he does the damage himself, doesn't he? Just, stumbles along. Was extremely dishonest about Trump and his characterization of him. He was even saying things like, if I'm elected, it's like he's forgetting that he's president. If I'm elected, he's saying, I'll do this, that, and the other. He's already prime minister, for Christ's sakes. President.
Well, he's president.
Mm.
You just made the same error he did. He's president, and he is correct because as of November,
he was even
he's
lying
no longer
about it.
No, but as of January, he's no longer president, so he has to be re-elected.
Yeah,
but
he said that his son died because of Iraq or something. You know,
Yeah.
he died of a brain tumor.
What
So
we
he
have
just
to
sounded
remember,
confused.
right?
Very
As,
confused.
as much as political shit as America's in right now, right, with all of this, just remember he clearly has some sort of dementia. He needs
Oh,
help.
definitely.
Well, you know,
Yeah, that's
some
just
of
clear
some of the
to anyone.
commentators were calling out his wife and his family for letting him do this to himself.
Maybe
Yeah,
not
it's
the
elder abuse.
maybe not his family, but his wife. What
His
she
wife
did,
especially.
Yeah, Jill is like propping him up, you know, and
propping him up and stuff. Right?
telling him what to
Weekend at
say.
Biden's.
Yeah. You know, by the looks of it, he doesn't even want to be there. He just wants to
Right.
step away, do it with
Right, isn't it?
dignity.
Well, I think it's a grudge match. He doesn't want to step away because he doesn't want Trump.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think he has the mental capacity to think that way. I think he's being propped up by others.
The
Right.
people that are behind
is,
the
yeah.
scenes that are really
Mhm.
hanging
Yeah.
on to power, right?
Yeah, those that don't want to put their name forward. Right?
Mm. Probably
Biden,
Obama and the
I
Clintons.
don't think it's Obama.
Excuse me.
No,
it's
it's
definitely
a
Obama.
bunch of. He's surrounded himself years and years and years as a senator. He's surrounded himself with a whole passel
Oh yeah,
of,
that's exactly it.
of bureaucrats that, and they don't want it. They don't want to give up.
It's the same as Trump. Yeah. I'm sure there's a point where Trump just wants to think, you know what? Fuck a lot of this. I'm out of here. Yeah.
Mm.
But he's got
Well, he
people
said-
pushing him forward.
Well, last night he said, I didn't even want to run again, but I see the way you're running this country and I can't let you run it into the ground.
Yeah, I think he is
He said, He
self-motivated.
said, I'd rather be back home playing golf. That's what he said,
Right.
basically.
I've got a feeling we're going to end up in November with you guys voting for two completely different candidates.
I don't think so. Trump's going to win.
No, I think
Trump's
criminal.
is going to be
Trump
the
is gonna
one.
take it, yeah.
There will be a different candidate because right now all over every Democratic newspaper, everything Democratic right now is saying, how do we get him out?
Yeah,
How
he's
do we change
extremely popular.
candidates? And
I
it's too
don't
late.
think it's how we get him out. I think it's how we get rid of those muppets that clearly don't have his interests at heart. Dementia is a serious health condition.
Well, they brought it upon themselves because everybody's been saying there's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with him. And the American people last night saw what was wrong with him. And they're starting to get to the point
Yep.
where they're saying, okay, now y'all have
what?
been lying to us. Why should we believe any of y'all? This is going to
Yeah, it's
trickle
clear
down.
to everyone now.
This is going to trickle down the whole Democratic Party. People are going to lose their seats.
I don't think it'll be as bad as that, but they do need to think. If they push him through November and into this election, and he wins, America will be a very weak country for 4 years. I mean, either way, you're going to be a weak country for 4 years. But with Biden, you're just going to be. And I think Trump's criminal problems are just going to make it worse.
Well, Trump's
So
criminal
that's why I
problems.
think by the
Trump's
end of
criminal
this,
problems will be overturned by the Supreme Court.
by August, I reckon you'll all be talking about two different candidates.
No, won't happen.
And as long as it's not Kamala Harris,
Oh, they're not even.
Yes, it
They're not
doesn't
even
matter.
mention. They don't even want her close.
It
That's
doesn't
what I
matter who
think
the
they're gonna
mouthpiece
pop in
is. I mean, if I was, and you could make, was that film? It's called Weekend at Bernie's or something, where someone's dead. It's like that.
yeah,
It doesn't really matter who the puppet is, because Biden is not really in control. So it doesn't matter who they put up there, even if it is that dozy diversity hire. What's her face? I can't even remember her name. She's so
you've got
irrelevant.
to remember
Kamala.
whoever they put up there, it's an image to the world. It's not who's pulling the strings. It's not that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the voice for the world. You got to remember how strong United States are, and if you're going to put a criminal up there, you're going to have countries go, we ain't going to fucking listen to you.
Yeah.
You're a criminal. Fuck
But
off.
the thing is,
If you put
America,
Biden up there,
American
they're going to
people
go,
have
you can't even
debunked
remember
that.
what you did yesterday. Fuck off.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
American people have debunked the whole Trump criminal thing. They're smart enough to see through that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they tried for ages. You know, they tried this Russian
It's not about
Russiagate
what America
bullshit.
thinks. It's
No,
what
hang on.
the
It
world
is.
thinks.
It is. I know the point you were making earlier, but I'm moving on from that. The American people have debunked that, and they know that he's no more criminal than anyone else, frankly. And
Well, he
Biden,
is.
Biden is and has been involved in criminal activities, taking backhanders
was
from
Trump.
people, businessmen in Ukraine and whatnot. So there's a
Yeah.
difference there.
Right. No, there's
Um,
not a difference because Trump's been in with Russia. Trump's been, done whatever he's done. But the point is, these
Yeah, they
two
proved him innocent.
these two characters, right,
Hmm.
are not the ones pulling the strings. They are the face for the world, and that's what America. You
Yes,
know what?
yes,
You
David.
might as
I was
well
moving on
put
from that.
Paul and Captain Joe on there, right?
Yeah.
Just split them up and go, you go that way, you go that way. We're just going to vote for you guys because you've got more chance of the world taking you seriously than they
Yeah.
have.
I was quite surprised at it, but glad, very glad that the American people saw through the bullshit. You know, it's kind of refreshing because it can be a bit crazy sometimes.
Yeah, it was a lot of bullshit last night.
Absolutely.
I got to the point where my son was sitting here and he didn't even want to watch it. He said, I don't want to watch this crap. Like that. And I told him, I said, this crap is going to affect you and your generations. And
Yeah.
later on in life, it's going to affect kids later. I said, you need to watch
Yeah.
this crap. I said, y'all need to pay attention to what's going on. I said,
But you
that's
can
the problem
sympathize.
right now.
You can sympathize
and
with him,
it-
right?
Yeah, he didn't want to even, yeah, he does. He says, I don't care about politics. I said, you need to care about politics. That's what's governing you right now. You know?
He does
And
care. He's probably just
he kind of
lost his.
didn't really care about it. So I took it off. I put it on my computer and watched it. But and this morning I made him watch the four things that this guy, he said when we beat COVID, we beat Medicaid. What was that about? It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, a lot of the
I
time
love
he didn't
I love
know
the
what he was
time
talking about.
when Trump looked over at him and says, "What did Brandon just say?" What did Brandon?
Brandon, oh yeah, you referred to him as Brandon, didn't he? I noticed that too.
Yeah,
I've actually got
I
a
was
feeling.
drinking something, I almost spit it out.
I've got a feeling you will be voting for two different candidates.
Right.
Right. But not just that. I don't see Biden seeing out his time in office. I think you've got a big problem coming your way, and Kamala Harris is going to be taking that seat.
I think that is the biggest problem.
And I think in the
world
next
right
couple
now.
of weeks,
Maybe.
you're going to see it.
Maybe.
Oh, I guarantee you. I think before
I'm
it may not be until the convention when they.
I don't
when they
know.
yank
I
him
think
out.
he's too ill. He looked confused. He didn't know where he didn't know where he was. He just didn't.
He's been like that for a while, though.
Yeah, but he's even worse.
And then all the major newscasters on that side were saying, well, he had a cold and all of this. If he had a cold, first off, he shouldn't be going out afterwards to Waffle House. And all of this. If he's that bad.
A cold does not make you do what he did.
Oh, I guarantee you. That's all dementia. I've seen it.
Yeah,
It is
Joe,
dementia.
when he first got on stage, did you hear him? He was just talking really fast, wasn't he? I've never heard him talk like that before.
Well, look at the other thing what he did. When he walked on stage, before he even got to the podium, he looked over everybody and he pointed at the podium like, that's where I got to go. Like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And that's what he's been doing for the last couple of years because he doesn't know where he's going.
Yeah, and it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Right? I've noticed it recently. It's getting worse and you know what? And I feel for him because dementia is really horrible, and I just think those behind him need to just take a step back and think, you know what are we doing to this poor guy?
Well, yeah,
because
he has participated in his own image going forward. Everybody's going to look at him as the buffoon,
Well, no, you won't. You can't look at somebody with dementia as a buffoon. They've got dementia. They don't know, right? What you've got to look at.
History judges very harshly when it's
History
bad-
does, but you've
bad
got to
performance.
remember he probably doesn't want to be there. Yeah.
Mm.
Are you saying he's participating in it? If he's got dementia and he's confused and he's getting told by people, you got to do this, you must do that. It's your duty. You got to do this. Right. And he's just going, I want my fucking juice box. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Thank you, David. I love that one. That was good.
But that's what I mean. That's
Wait,
what
but
I'm
you
saying.
bucks.
With dementia, my mum went through it. You know, at times, you know, when it come to watching TV, she could tell you what program was on when, and as soon as new tricks came on at 10 o'clock at night, we'd be sat there watching the news, and suddenly the TV would just flick over and be like, "What the hell?" She had the remote. She was so quick. But the rest of it with dementia, she didn't know. Sometimes she didn't even know who I was. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a horrible
And
thing to happen. to
it's
someone.
horrible. So I don't wish it on anyone, and I feel sorry for him. And I just think his family just need to take a long look at themselves and say, is this what we want for our dad, our granddad, her husband, and whatever? No. You know, you can't let it play out anymore in the public spotlight. You've got to take a
Yeah.
back seat and say, let's bring him home and let's care for him. Because let's be honest, other presidents of the United States have had dementia, right? They've all gone through it. They've just not been in office. So
Mm.
let's hope.
Yep.
What do you just go blah, blah, blah for?
Again?
I think it's weird. I think when you look at all the American presidents and you work out their average age, I think that nowhere in the world has people who have been as old as the American presidents leading their country.
Yeah, I think that's true. I've heard that somewhere else before, actually. I mean,
problem
here's
is-
the thing. How
Bearing
old is
in mind
Biden?
that
82?
I'm not including
81.
the Queen in that or the
Mm.
King in that because they're not actually running the country.
David, I've got to go.
You know,
Yeah.
see when you get back. But America's politics is quite strange because they have an age limit where you can't be president. It's under 35, I think. Right? But they don't have an age limit for it. But over in the UK, they
Yeah.
don't have that. You know?
No.
And our politics is quite different because we don't vote for the president or for the prime minister. We vote for a party, and it's the party that puts the best candidate forward.
Look at that girl who's now the prime minister, or what's it, of is it Norway?
Mm.
How old is she?
Good question. Hang on.
Well,
Glenn.
Super young.
isn't she, is
And
that-
she's not very good.
What's
think
her
she's in
title?
her
What's her
20s.
title? What's her title? Isn't she princess something?
No, she's a prime minister, I think.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I know several of the British royalties went over to Norway or Sweden for because Princess, I don't remember the name, but
Yes, the Queen of, I think it was the Queen of Norway had stepped down. She
Yeah.
abdicated out of nowhere, and then but that's the that's the same. Well, look, that's what happened with our Queen that's just passed. Before she became Queen, her husband, her dad died, and she became Queen. But she doesn't have any power. She does, but she's not. It's all ceremonial power.
yeah, it's influence.
Yeah, ceremonial. The prime minister goes and asks her for the power or something like that. But
Yeah, he goes
it's
there
a
and
good way of
asks.
doing
But
it.
let's be honest: is the Queen or King ever going to say to the Prime Minister, "You know what, mate? I think you're a knobhead. Fuck off. You're not having a
Probably.
job."
But they're not really able to have any power or exercise it.
But wouldn't it be good? Wouldn't it be great if just one day?
They just exercise their power through influencing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be great if one day, right? You know, You're all sat watching TV, and it's like, now the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom is going to see His Majesty the King and ask him if he can form the next government. And the King pops up and goes, no,
No.
fuck off.
Yeah.
So Joe, you got a flight in yesterday, huh?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, that was an old flight that I had
Hey, old
footage of the
Willie.
yacht. And I didn't. That was a lighthouse when I met with Johnny, and I
Oh,
had that footage of the yacht, but I'd never used it because after I'd finished, I went out and I looked out there and I said, "There's a yacht coming in like that," and I said, "I'm gonna go fly out there," and I took off and I'm flying and I'm flying. He says, "Yeah, how far is it?" Because he was flying the Avata, and I said,
Mm.
well, "I'm not even close to it yet. I'm at 2,700 feet," and he goes, "It's not that far out." I said, "I'm at 2,700 feet and I'm not even close." When I got out there, it was about 3,800 feet. And so I just followed him around and I followed him all the way back in and I got about 5 minutes worth of footage of him and just got it down to a little almost 3 minutes. But I like that yacht. It was just cool because it was just the yacht with the water,
yeah.
but it gave me something else. So I'm going to start. What I've been doing is I haven't really cared too much of my footage because once I get the video done, I look at the footage and I more or less discard it. I keep a few of them, but I think I'm gonna get another like a terabyte or 2 terabyte drive just to save certain ones on. And what I'm gonna do is take clips, and I think I'm gonna go to some of these stock places and start putting some of these things up for stock.
That drive
Because,
that Lance showed us yesterday was quite good.
Yeah, which one was that one?
I'm trying to remember.
The state capitol or the yacht? Because the state capitol was one put together of a couple of them also. Because there's things like that. If I take pictures, the video of the state capitol building, that's good stock footage.
Yeah.
And like the Mississippi River bridges, that's real good stock footage. And like that yacht out
I'm talking about drives. Drives, Joe. You showed us that nice 2 terabyte drive that you got for a Warner.
Oh yeah, that drive. That's what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get through this football picture day and see how much I make, because what I'm really thinking about doing, I can't remember what it's called. It's where you got the multiple drives. Because I've got multiple drives now, but they're individuals. But I want to get that one system with the multiples that will back up to each one automatically and everything, like the cloud system and everything. Because I got too much. I've got the reason I've got so many multiples is I've got 14 terabyte multiples because I back them up. And then I've got a cloud service that does it. But it's telling me I'm missing a drive and I don't know what they're talking about. Can't find it. Can't find what they're missing. Start picking up something.
Yeah. I wish I had a bit more portable storage, but I don't. I've got a couple of small thumb drives.
But you figure in the last 8 years, I've taken 750,000 pictures. And I don't have all of those on there because a lot of them were close to another one, so they were discarded. But I've got, I guarantee, 250,000 pictures from just what I do in work. And it's pictures that they may not mean anything anymore to some people, but 10 years from now, somebody may say, "Hey, you still got pictures from way back then." Or maybe some of the players that get into the pros that I've taken, that I may have a picture they could use on a trading card or something.
It's all potential. You'll make money from it later on down the line.
There's always potential. You'd be shocked on what people ask me about.
Okay.
That's why I want to start doing the little clips.
Displaying the dangers of alcohol. Fucking hell. What time is it in Australia at the moment? Is he pissed or something?
Does it matter?
They're 9 hours in front of us.
It's his weekend, so
So yeah, half past 11 Friday night.
Right, so it's
Tim,
wow.
I found out something yesterday as well. You know how we found out it was Paul's birthday yesterday? Well,
yeah.
apart from that Dustin Gable who came on the yesterday morning and told us it was his birthday, it was also Trevor Fuss's birthday yesterday. Yeah.
Don't worry, I already wished him a happy birthday.
I'm not seen him. I wished him happy birthday on Facebook, but I've not seen him on here.
Oh, there you go. Tim Simmons. Typing in the chat.
What you eating, Paul?
Hi, Edward.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. So, Joe, David, Mark,
Tim.
excuse me for a minute. What do you got to say to me, Michael?
What do you mean? I've got
Well,
nothing to
you've
say to you.
been saying shit in the chat like a little.
Oh, no, you have. Have a look at you're saying the stuff to me, dude. I'm not doing anything. I'm not the one pissed up. You're pissed up, dude. What a fucking strange thing to say.
You
probably need to reread the chat.
The host, it just said the host muted me.
Yeah, the thing is, you clearly pissed. You should probably just just do it another time.
Yeah, well,
talk another time, Tim.
Yeah, why don't you come to Australia and say it to my face?
Yeah, that's a great idea, Tim. Well done, thank you.
Yeah, it's a great idea because you have.
Look, a little while ago, you got drunk and you were rude to me on a stream, and I was a little bit rude back, and that's it. That should have been the end of it. But for some reason, you're clinging on to this thing, Tim.
No, it was something that you actually said.
You need to let go.
Michael, there was something that you said.
David, this conversation needs you in it like a fish needs a bicycle, frankly.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, Cool Cat. You've had 3 strikes from me, right? One, you had to go to me at the first start. 2, you called Tim a waste of space during the 5-minute gaming. And 1, you called Mark out for being gay when he isn't gay, right? So if you have a problem, right, maybe you're the problem.
Oh, David, you're a fucking idiot, sir. Come on,
I'm not
man.
a fucking idiot. You're a prick.
Explain to me.
You called him a waste of space,
David.
You called him a waste of space for no reason. Of course he's upset.
He was drunk and being rude, you fucking idiot.
You was being rude. Go back and watch the stream.
I was being rude because he was. Jesus Christ, you were there, you donut.
You know what, Paul? You made your decision. I'm out. I will always back Tim. on this one.
Oh, there's no reason, there's no reason to get that whacked out about it,
No, because
you know?
they
because-
both need to just go somewhere and talk it out. And Klorkat should just apologize. Like he apologized
Exactly.
to Mark.
I agree.
If he apologizes to Tim, we won't have this. Anyway, I'm not going to ring your stream anymore, Paul. I will go and sit down and calm down for a bit.
Okay.
Enjoy your stream.
All right. On that note, right, what's anybody else got to think about what's going on? Joe,
Just
I
need to
think
all get along.
yeah, we all need to get along. I don't know what to think, whether we should end on that note or what. Well, I think I'm gonna end the stream, Joe, because there's no recovering from that, I don't think.
Okay.
Well, thanks for coming in, Joe. Thanks, Mark. And everybody in the stream, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again later today.
Okay, later.
Okay, see you later, Paul.